push it, push it. We're taking it higher. SolidX is burning, this token's fast. Solid's the crazy, inks ablaze, the fire is cast. SolidX crashing, the future's so bright. Launch to the stratosphere, we ignite tonight. The game be alive, blockchain gamblers ready to thrive. SolidX, crash game, the blockchain's on fire. Push it, push it, push it, push it. We're taking it higher. SolidX is burning, this token's fast. Solid's the craze, inks ablaze, the fire is cast. SolidX crashing, the future's so bright. Launch to the stratosphere, we ignite tonight. Crash, the game be alive. Blockchain gamblers ready to thrive. SolidX, crash game, the blockchain's on fire. Push it.
Hello, everybody. It's a new week. It's a new Wednesday, so it's a new video with my crypto updates. I do want to apologize that the intro video does not have the new logo yet, the new SolidX logo. You can see that up in the top corner. Beautiful logo. Thank you, Markable, for making some great assets, image assets for us for the new SolidX updates. X Games coming out soon, and a lot of big news happening around SolidX itself. Let's start off with that. Last week, myself and Axis Alive together burned about $2 million worth of SolidX. That was not forced upon us. A lot of people are saying that. I did volunteer to burn tokens as far back, I think it was July of last year. That was before all the drama, before all the wallet watchers were getting upset and those kind of things. I volunteered it. I didn't need to have 1% of the supply, okay? I didn't feel like that was something that I had to have. Even though I'm a co-founder, you know, there's with a token that's going to perform like we believe SolidX is going to, you definitely don't need to have 1% of the supply. So we adjusted it. Now I have around 25,000 tokens. If you included all my liquidity and all that, it's just somewhere around there. Don't know the exact number. I'm sure wallet watchers can tell me. All right. So yeah, a lot of updates for SolidX coming. I'm going to make some more images, get images made. Hopefully I could get in touch with CryptoPunk and he can help me with that. And then we'll have Rip City. Hopefully he'll make some more videos for me to have a new intro with the updated logo, those kind of things. All right, let's get to crypto itself. Bitcoin, it needs to make a decision. We're at that point where it needs to go up or down, where we have a little bull flag, and that bull flag needs to make a decision. I've been saying it for a while. That's what needed to happen. And Ethereum's kind of in the same boat. Ethereum's looking the best it's had in a long time. It looks like it's ready to break out. So let's go to the charts and discuss it. So first up is Bitcoin. Get into the proper window here. We still have this trend line. We broke through it a while ago, and this is the weekly chart. I like weekly charts, and for smaller tokens, I like the daily charts. The one thing I love about the Aurochs indicator is that it kind of tells me what's going to happen. It takes 100 different pieces and of different indicators, and it makes a decision whether it's going to go up or down. It's usually right about 70% of the time. Can't guarantee it, but 70% of the time is pretty darn good. If you're at the casino and you win 70% of the time, you're going to be going every day. Seriously. All right. So we do have a green Aurochs indicator on the weekly, still heading up, but we haven't broken through the resistance. All right. We need to get back above this. And what happens with resistance? Resistance usually takes a few hits before it breaks through, and we haven't even hit the first time. So let's get to 103, 104,000, break through it and confirm, and then I'll be 100% convinced that we are on for a bull market. All right. We did not pierce through 73, which was, the number I was worried about, and a lot of people were worried about too. We touched to 74.5 approximately is where Bitcoin dropped down to. It bounced. Can it come back down here? Sure. That's right there. I mean, it's not far away. People think that that's a huge fall. No. What is that, 20%? So we know that Bitcoin could do that in a day or two. But up here, I mean, this is less than a 10% run for us to get up to 103, 104, 105,000. This could happen very quickly, break through and confirm. But what's likely to happen, it's going to break through, then it's going to come back, go down a little bit further, and then break through again, then it's going to come back, and then it's going to go for its run. And that could still be, 8 weeks from now, 10 weeks from now, who knows? But if we're truly in a bull market, that's likely what's going to happen. Let's look at Ethereum. Oh, shit, I have too much stuff here. Let me see. Get rid of this. I'm starting to make this simpler, guys. I don't need to have as many things on screen for you. This is the Oryx indicator, like I said, green, even for Ethereum. Ethereum is set up right now. This line's passed over this one. I can't remember. I don't even use this that often, so I'm not even going to worry about that. But the daily moving averages, there you go. The green passed over the red line, and every time that happens, you see you get a nice run. So let's go. Let's do it. And the descending line and this one are coming to an end. So Ethereum needs to make a decision, and it needs to confirm. We are not confirmed yet. This needs to break through and stay above this blue line for me to say that we're confirmed. I can get rid of this one. There we go. Let's get rid of this one too. All right, let's make this a little prettier. This was the peak. All right. Let's use the chunky. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so we need to confirm above it. We're right at there. I mean, we're right at the line. Usually you need to hit 3, 4, 5 times before we really break through. And I would consider this, here was 1, here was 2, close to it here. So that was 3. This is number 4. Hopefully we're actually going to confirm and go above. Excuse me. All right, let's switch over here to the DAT token. DAT is one of my tokens, Homie Don't Play DAT. This is for the Homie farms. We have farms on hocus-pocus.finance, and you can earn for holding different tokens on Pulsechain like SolidX, Nope, Dark, and you pair them up together with Pulse, and you get paid pretty decent APRs. So the biggest one right now, I think, is YEP token, and DAT pays almost 800%. That's pretty darn good. I think Inc. and DAT pays right now about 300%. So you can make a considerable extra side hustle, if you want to put it that way, with your crypto, and you can use it to DCA into other tokens, or you can just keep rolling it back in with your other farms. I don't care what you do, guys. If you guys sell, that's life. I can't stand wallet watchers who come in, oh, Randy, he sold my token. Look, I don't give a shit. You guys sell my tokens, that's fine with me. That's part of the game, and there's no law that says you can't. All right, so this is the 4-hour. I left the 4-hour here because I wanted to show you that we do have a descending line here that we have to break through resistance, and on the 4-hour, and you can see we tapped it once there, we tapped it twice. We might have 2 more or so before we see a breakout. I'm hoping that'll happen soon. And here's on the daily. You can see it on the daily. We just had 5 days of red. The market itself is just looking pretty bad. And I had a call with our team or our community on Monday, strategy call, and I did say, look, guys, this week is not looking that good. It was going to be a rough week for crypto and for the stock market in general, and it has been that way. It's been pretty rough, and DAT has taken a hit. People might say, oh, Randy, why aren't you pumping the token right now? Look, let me tell you something. It's a lot easier to pump a token when the market is going up than it is to keep your token up when the market is going down. You got lots of headwind when the market's going down. You try to pump a token. So I would rather let it just float with the rest of the market and abide by Hart's law As Pulse and everything else goes down, so will the tokens that are associated with it. As the market goes up, they will also go up, but I don't mind providing a little gasoline to the fire and pushing the token up. All right, let's go to Dark. This is Hexray Visions token, Dark, for anti-gravity. One of my favorite projects here on the daily. You can see kind of a similar situation. You've got, the beginning, this was a snafu that happened with liquidity providing on the founder's part last week, and we're just dealing with it. But we did have a nice recovery, and I would say that was the first hit, second hit, and we're just at the third one right now, and I imagine we'll break through pretty soon. So hopefully next week we'll see a nice move on the daily for Dark token. And the next journey is coming up for the lotteries, so get ready for that. Lotteries are almost here. This is my other token that I'm a co-founder of, SolidX, that we discussed earlier. Look at that beautiful work by our friend Markable. So we have a resistance line here, and like I said, we've hit it 1 time, 2 time, and we can count all these as 1 because they just not doing much, right? But I do expect that we're going to break through soon. As soon as the news comes out that we have the license and we're ready to go for the SolidX game, and we make the announcement that the game is going to go live on such and such date, I believe the price is just going to explode. That's kind of the situation that we're in with SolidX at the current time. So get ready for that. Next up is Pulse. Here we go. Pulse had a nasty wedge there for a while, and we did break through. That was back on April 18th, and it's been going pretty good so far. But like I said, lots of headwind this week. This is where we stand. 5 days of red. Like I said, with a DAT token, with Dark, everything is paired with Pulse. And as Pulse went down, it also dragged down the prices of those other tokens. We cannot avoid that. Our liquidity is so bonded, and just it's just what happens. And I believe that we could easily touch this again, this blue line here. So we broke through resistance, right? And it's normal for us to come back and retest that resistance, or now it's support. We confirmed above, and now it's time to come back and retest it. It could happen. I hope it doesn't. Maybe it comes down a little bit more before we get going again, but there's total possibility that that could happen. Okay. So let's go back to the screen. That's the chart for this week. Look, as long as this tariff stuff continues to go on, people aren't going to be excited. But like I said last week, I think that part of the news cycle is slowing down. People are kind of over the whole tariffs thing. And my idea is that within a short period, no one's going to care about it anymore. There will be money printing coming. Other things are going to be very good for crypto in general. So just bide your time. If you can, take a break, step away. For example, myself, I won't be making a video next Wednesday. We're going to be in Florida, South Florida, for business and pleasure. So I won't be making a video, but I will be back in 2 weeks, and I'll give you guys the updates. And hopefully by then I have some news concerning the launch of SolidX. All right. So cheers, everybody. And if you haven't joined No Permissions, bring it on. Come join us. We have a meeting twice a week, and we discuss all kinds of subjects. It's not just crypto. All right. Cheers.
Today, I'm showing you that I emergency unstaked my 150 million hex stake that was going for 7 years, and you're going to see what happened. So I lost quite a bit. I lost over 30% of my hex, but what actually happened is I made 250% ROI. And so emergency unstaking, instead of getting 150 million hex back, I got 94 million hex back, but I got 123.7 Ethereum back a few days ago. And if we look at the charts, the time I traded was right